Right, we live. First and foremost, giving honor and praise to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov. Giving double honors to 7130 South Chicago that taught me this truth. And giving double honors to all the brothers and sisters that the Creator has awoken in these last days. With that being said, peace and shalom. All right, brothers and sisters, we out here today, downtown Chicago, preaching the destruction and the downfall of this system, right? And you know they having the Democratic convention. I think it's today or this week or whatever. But see, a lot of the people, man, they don't really understand that America is going to be destroyed, see? And that a lot of these folks that's following after of America, they're going to die a grievous and a horrible death, see? And the people that's not destroyed, they going to suffer, man. It's because this country was created off of what you would call white supremacy, brothers and sisters. You know, this country was created off of racism, murder, and robbery. And see, you got a lot of these folks, they think that they're going to tiptoe into the future and things of this nature and thinking that the Creator is not going to judge them. And see, a lot of the folks, because they following after what you would call modern day wrong, see, they're caught up, they wandering after the beast. See, this is what they doing. And see, we can see the judgment of America even to this day. Look at the economical system. The economical system is pretty much depleting right before our eyes, you know? And America is losing her grip over the nations that she once had her foot on their necks. So the first scripture that we're gonna go to, so we don't be rambling all day, right? We're gonna go to the book of Revelation, the 20th chapter, and I'm gonna start at the 12th verse, right? Because this is key to what's finna happen. And it's not just America, it's the whole Gentile world power system. It's because they didn't bring forth righteousness and judgment upon the planet or the human family. See, and this is why we in turmoil as a species or human beings even to this day. And look, it goes a little bit further than that too. It's because ever since Adam and Eve rebelled against the Creator, the world has slowly but surely we have went to a downward spiral. See, people today, we not living today. What we view as living is not according to the Creator. See, we get old, right? We got gray hairs. The food that we're eating is not nutritious, right? The water that we're breathing, you know, it's not replenishing the body. The food that we're eating is destroyed. The mindset of the people is destroyed. And the reason for that is because we rebelled against the Creator. This is why we're in trouble. And see, the so-called white man wasn't just a devil in the earth. The black man was too. Because see, we had a time to rule, you know, on the planet, and we didn't do right either. See, we set up other gods. We was worshiping old gods and then turn around and worship in what? New gods. And see, when the Creator gave the nation of Israel the authority to basically go out and to, put on the whole armor of Yah, what did we start doing as a nation of people? We started doing the same thing. We started worshiping the other gods of the other nations, and as a result, this is why we're in slavery today. See, America is a prison to the so-called black man. It's a prison because, see, we rebelled against divine order. And as a result of this is why we're being ruled by other nations that don't have our best interests at hand. See, you taking people into captivity, right? Rob them of the knowledge of self, and then you break them as a nation of people to the fact that they don't even know they nationality anymore, right? And then when we start to ask for certain things to build us up as a nation, you say, well, you can't get that because you're not a nation of people, which is true, because calling yourself an African American, that's not a nation. Calling yourself a Negro or colored man, that's not a nation of people. See? But the reason for that is because the Creator empowered these nations to destroy us as a people. Not utterly, but both spiritually and physically. See? Because in 2024, it's finna be 2025, right? The black man is still calling himself an African American. Now, we done kind of graduated from that, and now we calling ourselves melanated people. See, but that's not a nation of people. You got Dr. Umar Johnson. He wants to start a school, right? Which is a good thing. See, because if you're a nation or a group of people, the first education you're supposed to be getting that from your own people. See, the Jews got enough sense to build themselves a school so that they can be able to educate their people about a culture that is not theirs. See, but irregardless if the culture was theirs, they know that culture, language, economics, and all that type of stuff, they know that stuff is important to the people. So the first thing that they're going to do is they're going to build a school. But, and Dr. Umar Johnson, he's doing a good thing. But what's wrong with that is, if you don't have nationality, what are you really going to teach the people? You're going to teach the people that they melanated, carbonated people, or black folks or Negroes and things of this nature. You're coming off the backs of some of the pioneers that was before, like Marcus Garvey and Marcus Garvey and Frederick Douglass, but they didn't even know their nationality. Frederick Douglass was a slave. See, Marcus Garvey came from Jamaica. I believe that either he was a sharecropper or he was a slave just as well. I got to go a little bit further into his history. But they was able to build certain things, right? But see what happened. The so-called white man came and destroyed what they was trying to build, right? So back to Umar Johnson building the school. That's a good thing. But if you don't give them nationality, then you doing the same thing that the white man is doing. You furthering brainwashing our people. See? And I don't think he's not doing it on purpose, He's looking at the condition of our people. He's saying that, look, our people don't have a school, right? So that they can be able to educate their people, right? But when you create a school, you supposed to properly educate our people. And see, that's where we having an issue at, right? It's because we don't know the proper nationality or language for our people. So as a result of this, we just wandering to and fro. See? So let's look at something, because I don't want to deviate to what we're talking about, right? Because every time that I come out here, this is what I'm going to be preaching, right? The destruction and the downfall of this system, man, because, see, this system got to go. This system is not conducive for humanity, brothers and sisters. We running around here calling Caucasian white people instead of addressing them by their proper nationality. Calling yourself an American, that's not a nationality, see? So this system gotta go. And then we always get ushered into these wars with these other nations because the media and the elites, they lie to the people. When they went over there to Iraq and Syria, they said that these folks was being a terror to their own people. But we found out that he did not have weapons of mass destruction. It's because weapons of mass destruction, see, Russia got weapons of mass destruction. So why didn't America come over there and invade Russia? You know why? It's because the weapons of mass destruction that Russia has can destroy this whole country. So that shows you right there that when they went over there to address the issues over there in Iraq, that they was doing it under a false pretense. He may have Scud missiles and things of this nature, but he didn't have nuclear weapons. See, because nuclear weapons are what you would call weapons of mass destruction. So he didn't have weapons of mass destruction to the point that he's going to destroy, the living conditions of America. And see, furthermore, these Scud missiles and these different bombs and things of this nature, they don't even have the capability to shoot a missile from Iraq to America, right? So he didn't have weapons of mass destruction. So they went and they lied to the people in the media, got people going to war and stuff like that for a false pretense, because the Iraqi people, under the leadership of Saddam Hussein, right, which America put him in power in 1979, I believe, under the Ba'ath Party, right? So they put this man in power. So he was doing the bidding of America. He was running around. He was killing everybody that was against America, right? Putting their foot on their neck. They gave him all type of, gold and, put him in power. He was ruling over the people. But once he started to go rogue on them, then they looked at him as what? As an enemy of the state, see, or the enemy of the country. Same thing with Muammar Gaddafi. The same thing with the guy, the president, the dictator over there in Syria, Bashar Assad, if I'm pronouncing his name right. They did the same thing with those people. But see, they would have got Bashar Assad, but because Russia stepped in, Russia and America, they bombed them people into the Stone Age, man. Them people still devastated over there, right? So, and I believe that they had like a major earthquake over there. I could be wrong, but I think they had an earthquake over there too. But I know that America came over there and bombed them people into the Stone Age because they wanted to try to remove Assad out of power. But Russia wouldn't allow them to do that. So the people don't even understand, man, that look, it don't matter which president become the president of the United States. These folks is not going to save the people from the destruction that the Creator has upon America. Let's look at this. This is the book of Revelation, the 20th chapter, and I'm going to start reading at the 12th verse. It says, and I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yah, and the books were opened. Now, when you go into this, most people, they thinking that, you know, Brother Boy and them, which I ain't got no problem with them. They you know, they okay, but I'm just using them as an example. Boy and them believe because that's what he got out of the church, that the grave's gonna pop open and that all your flesh is going to come on your body, and that's during the time of judgment, right? The flesh is going to come on your body. Everything is going to repair you, and then you're going to come back as the person that you was, and then you're going to stand before the Creator. That's not true, brothers and sisters. See, the Bible is written in figurative language couched in historical symbolism. So when we read this scripture, let's read that over. It says, and I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it. No. 12th verse. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yah, and before, it says, and the books were open, right? So what is that? What is that symbolic of? Because that's symbolic, brothers and sisters. That's not literal. It's symbolic of the fact that we're standing before the Creator this day, right? And when it's talking about the books being open, it's your deeds that you did in the earth. Was you following the Creator or not? And see, you can't even follow the Creator unless the Creator opened up your eyes for you to follow Him. This is how scary this situation is. See, all these people out here, they running around. They finna vote for Donald Trump. They gonna vote for Kamala Harris. A lot of those folks have what you would call the mark of the beast, brothers and sisters, because the mark of the beast is the philosophy and teaching of the Gentile world power system. See? And see, these are the people that is marked for destruction. Now, I'm not saying that the people that's gonna be out there at the Democratic convention or the Republican convention, blase, that the Creator can't bring them back into the remembrance. We talking about our people, see? And look, you're gonna have some other nations, the Creator gonna bring them into the knowledge, right? But what I'm saying is that these are the people that's wandering after the beast. Kamala Harris is not gonna do nothing for health care. Kamala Harris is not gonna do nothing for the disruption and the wars that's going over there in quote-unquote Northeast Africa, or what they call the Middle East. Kamala Harris is not going to change that. She's just going to come in, her and Donald Trump, they're going to come in and they're going to be a further balancing act that's going to ratchet up the war that's going to take place. So when it said that you're going to stand before the Creator, we standing before the Creator right now. And the books is open. These are your deeds in the earth. So a lot of these cats that's running around, these elites that's running around, you know, what's that? They running around trying to conquer everybody. You're going to be judged. And see, the nations too, like these nations, we see bombs being dropped on them at an alarming rate. See, this is the judgment of the Creator. But what about the babies? You don't even know who that baby was 500 and something years ago, because everything is reincarnated. So a lot of these folks, a lot of this stuff that's happening out here, you think that you're gonna get away from the Creator, but you're not gonna get away from the Creator. And this is what this Third World War is ratcheting up to. It's because it's going to be billions of people that's going to die in this Third World War. And it's already happening. Over there in Gaza, it's almost 60,000 people already that has lost their life. But once the nuclear bombs take place, once the nuclear bombs come into play, it's going to be the billions of people that's going to die. And it's up because we're already in the Third World War. This is the end. See? There's nothing else coming after this situation. So it says, and I saw the dead, talking about who? The people that's marked by the Creator. That's the dead. See? The people that's marked by destruction. These are the dead. The people that's not following the Creator. The people that said that the Creator don't exist. The people that's worshiping the system as their God. See? These are the walking dead, y'all. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yah, and the books were open. And another book was open, which is the book of life. See, and what is the book of life? These are the people that the Creator has marked for what? For everlasting life, brothers and sisters. And see, when we go into the 7th chapter of the book of Revelation, when it talks about the remnant, these are the people that's marked for life. And the other nations that's going to follow after Israel's God. See, I got to do a lesson on that. So you're going to have people that's going to be marked for destruction, and them the people that's not going to be in the kingdom. See? Now, of course, you're going to have people that's going to be, that's going to have to become martyrs for the Creator. They're going to be in the kingdom, right? But you're going to have people that's going to be marked for destruction. They're not going to be in the kingdom. Because, see, because they were worshiping the beast in his image, y'all. And it says, and I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yah, and the books were open, and another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of it, out of the things which were written in the books according to their works. See? So if you running around here poisoning the food on purpose, you're going to be destroyed. You ain't getting in the kingdom. See? And look, we standing before the Creator today, right now. When a child is being born, at some point, when he understands right from wrong, he's standing before the Creator. And that's a scary thing, man. Is because if the Creator don't choose you to do His bidding in the earth, you're not gonna be saved, brothers and sisters. So all this nonsense about you gonna get out the grave and all that, the grave is symbolizes for what? Of the nation of Israel being in captivity, y'all. See? We're gonna have to go into that one day, do a lesson on that. Because we standing before the Creator today. And why another reason why they not gonna be why they gonna be destroyed forever is because they not keeping the law. See? They don't take care of the poor. You got these folks, they got $1 million. They want 10 million. And the war that's going on over there in Ukraine is a war that is fought for the natural resources. That's what they fighting over there for. They're not fighting for the freedom of those people. You think that America is giving billions of dollars away to be able to fight on the behalf of the people? They not doing that. They're fighting to control the natural resources and to control the people over there. It's because they're losing the control over there in the Middle East. Of course, they still got some people that's still rolling with them, but a lot of them is walking away from her. See? They walking away from her. This is why, quote unquote, Saudi Arabia, who else? Saudi Arabia, India, and all these people, they trying to join the BRICS. And the BRICS are just symbolic of the nations that the Creator is going to rise up against America. So, you know, us thinking that Donald Trump or Kamala Harris or whoever else become the president is going to save the country. You're not going to save the country. It's because you're being judged. That's why your economics is falling. See? This is why the morale of the people is falling, y'all. You know, Kevin Samuels, he used to do like, he'd do his podcast, and he'll do his podcast centered around, quote unquote, women becoming married and stuff like that. Why these women don't want to be married and being under the tutelage of their man? It's because that's the way that society has raised them. And the man he gotta take responsibility for that too. Is because when she was up under his rulership, per se, he didn't rule properly. See, he didn't rule properly. And as a result of that, now the woman is rebelling against him, see? But you are what the society breeds upon the people. This is the educational system of the American system. So this is how you know that the country has fallen, because the morale of the people has fallen. Women do what they want to do. Men do what they want to do. Now you got men sitting up here saying that it's okay for a man to sleep with another man. See? You can't do that, because you can't reproduce after your own kind. Right? You can't reproduce after your own kind. Women trying to, they want to get married to other women. You can't do that. And see, this what goes back to that scripture, right? When it says, let me read that again. And it says, and I saw the dead, small and great, talking about the masses, brothers and sisters. And who is that? The dead, small and great. That's the super rich and the lower class of people. See, we all dead. See. So it says, and I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yah, and the books were open. And another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things, which were written in the book according to their works. So this is the people that's running around conquering people, y'all. That's poison in the air. That's poison in the food. That's poison in the mind of the people. That's following false religion, false gods. That's sinning against the Creator willfully, see? And that's fighting against the Creator. Because if we're not following the Creator, then what are we doing? We're fighting against the Creator, brothers and sisters. That's what we're doing, right? So these are the people that's marked for death. So it says, and the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works. And what is the sea? It represents pretty much masses of people. It's because you're going to have people, right? They're going to rebel. They are already rebelling against these folks. See? And these are the people that's destroying the planet. That's who the dead is. And they're going to be judged according to their works. This is why you see massive destruction around the world. This is why people are dying by the thousands over there in Europe. This is why they dying by the thousands over there in Northeast Africa, aka the Middle East. This is why they died over there in South Africa, see? And see, that same plague, because these are the plagues that the Creator has bestowed upon who? The Gentiles, y'all. And another thing that the Gentiles have done, they have changed the word of the Most High. Instead of us worshiping the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they got us worshiping Jesus Christ as God. See? So this is a heavy judgment that the nations is going to have to pay. And look, whether you like it or not, they're going to pay for this. See? You're going to pay. And what's happening is these people, they're going to pay with their life, brothers and sisters. So let's look at this. It says in death and hell. See, and what is that? That's death and destruction. See? That's what these nuclear bombs is about to do. It's about to, man, billions of people is going to die in this country. They're going to die worldwide. They say it's estimated about 7 to 8 billion people on the planet. When the Creator get through whooping on you, it's probably going to be maybe about 2 billion left. See? Because this how catastrophic those bombs is. This how catastrophic those bombs is. And see, once those bombs be unleashed, you can't turn them back. See, you can't turn these bombs back. And the devastation that's going to come to this country is going to be catastrophic, man. This is why a lot of these cats, see, they think that they're going to live underground. You're not going to be able to, you could go under there, but you're not going to survive, man. You're not going to be able to survive underground. You ain't going to be able to go, you ain't going to be able to live for a long time under your billion-dollar bunkers. And a lot of you is going to be destroyed before you even make it to those bunkers. This is how catastrophic these bombs, these nuclear bombs is going to be. Because America is not going to be invaded by boots on the ground no more. They're going to be invaded by nuclear weapons. And look, America's going to shoot her nuclear weapons too. She ain't going to go out without no fight. So it's going to be billions of people that's going to be destroyed. It's estimated World War I and World War II, it was about damn near 30 million people that was killed. And they didn't even have the bombs that they have today. They was in their beginning stages of splitting the atom. But now they able to split the atom 3 times over. Now they done created bombs. Man, these bombs here that they done created now, they more destructive. But these people, they don't care about this, man. See, if Barack Obama was standing here right now, they'll be sitting over here. If he was sitting over here with a Bible in his hand, they'll be trying to figure out what he's talking about. You know, these people today, they act like how roaches and ants act. Like when you go outside, you see a colony of ants, they just doing their thing. They just out, you know, they working. You know what I'm saying? They work sun up to sun down. But they don't know, the ants ain't paying attention to the fact that somebody gonna walk up to that colony and step on all the ants and kill them. They ain't even thinking about nothing like that. All they thinking about is gathering food for they family. And this is the same thing. This is the same way that these humans think today. They thinking about wealth. You see, all on social media, people always talking about becoming rich. America ain't even got no money. They trillions of dollars in debt. So how you gonna be rich? See? And the paper money that they have today, it's not even backed by nothing. Back in the day, silver and gold was backed by coins and silver and gold. See? Silver and gold coins and stuff like that. That's not even backed by nothing anymore. It's backed by the military. But the military is falling. Don't nobody wanna join the military no more unless they wanna pay for school or something. They're not taking on the same mentality as they grandfathers and things of this nature. They're not doing that no more. Back in the 30s and the 40s, young kids, they were raised to follow their foreparents and go to war. They not doing that no more. So the military is depleted. This is why they need nuclear bombs, because they don't have the capability like they used to be able to go to war, boots on the ground against other countries. They don't do that no more. So let's look at something. It says, and the dead and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. And this is the second death. And what is the lake of fire? It's destruction, y'all. It's nuclear warfare. You know, people, yeah, I understand, man, because we all came into this thing kind of the wrong way. But see, we thinking that this thing gonna be a big old imaginary pit where everybody's gonna be up in there. No, brothers and sisters. That's talking about the battle of Armageddon. That's what it's talking about. See? That's what it's talking about. It's talking about the billions of people that's going to be destroyed on this planet. And the people that's left over, if the Creator don't save them, they going to die a horrible death too. See? They going to starve to death. Because, see, it ain't going to be no more plants and stuff out here no more. All of that stuff is going to be destroyed. Because there's different stages of nuclear war. You got nuclear winter, see? The same bomb that they dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki is, see, they're going to drop these bombs on America. And see, these folks, and look here, it takes 30 minutes, 26 to 30 minutes for a bomb to come from Russia over here to this country. The state of Israel is going to be destroyed. See? A lot of those folks over there in these different Gaza, all that stuff is going to be destroyed, y'all. This is how devastating this situation. See, this is a glorious time for us, brothers and sisters, because, see, we're actually seeing the hand of Yah that is going to take place in the presence of men, because these folks are under the influence of the adversary, brothers and sisters. And look, people in your family is going to be destroyed. And it's going to come a time when we're going to have to, the nation of Israel is going to have to leave out of this country. And you're going to have people in your own family, see? They going to love you. They going to respect what you're doing, but they is not going to leave America. You know why they're not going to leave? It's because the Creator is not going to allow them to leave. Because, see, when you mark, that means that you under the spirit of Yah, see? And if you're not under the spirit of Yah, you're not leaving. I don't care what you do. See, these folks, they trying to sign peace treaties and stuff like that. You can sign all the peace treaties you want to sign. You can do that. But it doesn't mean anything. You know why? It's because your judgment is that you finna be ushered into the Third World War and you're gonna be destroyed. That's what's gonna happen. So it don't matter. You can write up all the peace treaties you want to. You can do all the marching or whatever you want to do. The judgment has already been set. See, that's why the Creator said what? The dead, both small and great, is going to stand before Yah. And the books is going to be open. And all the deeds that you've been doing in the earth, how you've been poisoning the food, and then you sign laws into the books that said that a person that catch cancer from this stuff that you has this pesticides that you done put on the food, you can't even sue these people. You're gonna be judged for that. And your children is gonna be judged for it also. See, a lot of times the Creator judged the parents and the children for the sins of their family. That's in the Bible. So we're not getting away from this, brother. That's why it behooves the so-called black man to return back to his God. See? And you nations too. It's because the God of Abraham is not just for Abraham, it's for the whole entire human family. because that's the one who made us. Yah is the one that made the human family. And if you're not going to return back to him and bow down, you're going to be destroyed. See? You're going to be destroyed. That's what's finna happen. That's what's happening. See? It says, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. And what is that? That is destruction, brothers and sisters. That's the battle of Armageddon. This is the second death. Because, see, it's going to come a time, because it's going to be 1,000 years where it's not going to be no more, ain't going to be no Jehovah's Witnesses, ain't going to be no different Christian denominations. It ain't going to be no Islam, no Judaism, none of that stuff. That stuff is over with. All these false gods that has been unleashed in the earth during a 1,000-year period, that stuff is not going to be. It's going to be one teaching that's going to happen on the face of this planet, and that's what is that. That's going to be the law, statutes, and commandments of the Creator. And after 1,000 years, this is where the Creator is going. This is where the adversary is going to come back into the play, and he's going to get into the mindset of who? Russia. And Russia is going to come amongst the nation of Israel, and they're going to do what? They're going to try to destroy Israel, and that's when the Creator is going to do what? Destroy them. And that's going to be the second death, brothers and sisters. So I hope that we got something out of this lesson today, man. You know, because we don't have to be too long. I'm going to do a little something later on. So with that being said, death to America and death to the Gentile world power system.